Okay, so let's talk about the syllabus. So as you can see from here, I have you on the front page of the data visualization class. Go to syllabus, you can get the printed syllabus, which is this bad boy. And of course, as always, you can view the course using this. We also have modules. Obviously, I haven't built this out completely yet. We will get more in here before you get this, get to this, but we will actually skip around here. Okay, so the oh, actually, so it's right here. So hey, that's my name. The office hours. This is tentative. In class, we'll talk about what you actually need. Because I don't know what your class schedules are like this quarter. I do want to make sure that I have set hours that everyone can access. I also live on my computer like everyone else does during the pandemic. So you can see if I'm around on Teams or an email, regardless. But I'm trying this instead. So instead of me sitting on Zoom waiting for people to randomly show up, I will sit at my computer doing work. And if you need me, if you want to join office hours, you can send me a message using Teams, and then that will ping me, and then we can jump into a voice chat from there. So hopefully we'll see how that works out. Hopefully that will work out a little bit better. And I preemptively put the link to the mega site here. So if we have any class recordings, well, we will have class recordings. They will go there. If we have any like recorded feedback or anything else for the class, I will also put them in the mega site and link them to you. So if you see this link, the mega NZ, that is my private drive for the class. Okay. You can see that we have a lot more textbooks this quarter than we did last. There's a lot going on here, so let's talk about the easy one first, which is the Iceland Popular Reading. They did get one physical copy of the book in the library. I have it on Kindle, as you can see. This is a book that is about how Amazon has made so much money. I have not read this yet. I will be reading this along with you throughout the quarter. I feel like I had a different first impression of this book than your other professors did when we first looked at it. As someone from the psychology field, I tend to be a little bit more critical of Amazon, even though that we have a lot of people that work there from my program too. So I do highly encourage you as you're reading this, and again, I have not read this yet, but if it sounds like it's just a glowing review, I would think about what we've been talking about for the last 2 quarters about ethics, and see if you can apply some critical thinking to that. For that book, we will be doing an essay, like is often with Dr. Greek's classes, using his prompt, actually. So a 1,000-word-ish reflection paper. So basically, first half is what was the content, second half is your analysis. I'm giving you permission to tear it to shreds with your critical thinking, or support it. However it pans out, whatever you feel like. Reflections aren't wrong. They are just well done and well supported, or not, basically, right? So this will be grading on writing mechanics, as well as the amount that you support your arguments. What else is going on in this class? Because I really enjoyed the last 2 quarters of being more ethically focused and more like social justice focused, and this book isn't really doing that. I thought it'd be good to have a book that addresses it. So So if we click here, all of these books are available to you for free through the library or elsewhere. So this is one of our library books. You can access it like that. I would not recommend setting it as your recommended reader, but yeah, so this book we're going to use in assignment that I am calling teachbacks, which is really the term they use in medical field. I don't know what the proper term for this academic strategy is, but basically this book is long, it has a lot of chapters, but each chapter isn't that long. So everyone is going to select a chapter. We're going to have a sign-up sheet. We'll basically read the book as a class where each person reads one chapter and teaches it back to the rest of the class in a short 10 to 20 minute, or sorry, 5 to 10 minute discussion. So summarizing basically what are the key takeaways from this chapter. The presentations can use visualizations to drive it home. It's a data viz class, so I suspect that will be a good thing to do for most of these. The weight of this is the weight of 2 homework assignments or 2 quizzes. So it's not like a huge portion of your grade. It's the same as class engagement, but it's not to be ignored. And it's just a really good opportunity to engage with thinking about how data visualization, data viz is important in society and more than just your one job that you might be using it for. So tail end of the book is very social justice heavy. The earlier stuff is a little more lighter weight. If there's chapters in here that I think are really, really good that no one signs up for, I might actually supplement and provide my own little 5-minute presentation on it. Just to make sure that, we catch everything from this book that we want to catch from it. So this is really good. Yeah, just dive into the ethical side of data viz that goes beyond the obvious, which I think is really important. The other textbooks in here, there's a lot here. There's 3 other ones here. So the class is basically built around basically these 2 books, Hands-on Data Viz and in Syllabus, I use these shorthands. So if you go down here, so everyone will read the first chapter of the society one. And then we've got the hands-on data viz, which is this one here. And that kind of builds some of the earlier framework. We switch into the fundamentals of data visualization for some of the middle parts. It's really good about specifically detailing about different types of charts. Then we switch back and forth between them to get some of these different chapters. And then we use the Tableau book, which is here, to basically give us the fundamentals of what we need to do for Tableau. Now, Tableau, we'll have this book, but we also have a ton of videos. I'm sure there's a lot on YouTube itself, but Tableau itself has so many help videos. They really have done monumental efforts towards making sure that their material is accessible and it's easy to learn on your own. So we'll make use of their professionally done videos. At the very least, I'll try to link things for you so that you can watch them. Yeah, so between those 3 books, we will get through all these different topics. and you will learn how to do things in Tableau as well as Excel or whatever, to make sure that you have skill sets that that are balanced and will work for whatever you're doing, whatever your job entails. You can see this big final project. We've got another big project at the end of the quarter. Popular Reading Book is due a little bit before that. Otherwise, it's just a weekly cadence. The project, you can work individually or in teams of 2, using your own data. This is really good for things like Kaggle. But if you have work data, you're free to use that as well. Minding any sort of restrictions that they have in terms of you using their data. But yeah, you'll create a story style Tableau presentation of the data with a short explanatory paper, and you'll record your presentations and send them to me. And that will be detailed in a different document in Screencast. Yeah, so that's the pieces here. So what will a regular class look like, and what will the cadence of the classes be? So before each class, you'll want to read the chapters and the supporting lectures. I will lecture less on this material because there's so much reading. So I'll just be basically hitting on the high points there. And then there will be a guided exercise or homework with a class data set to use. And I'll expect you to try to do the homework before you get to the class meeting. In the class, we'll open up with the teach back presentations. Then we will actually, as a class, use the breakout groups to talk about different different data viz examples. So as we go through, I'll post a few examples that we'll kind of dissect in these groups each week, and you'll look at them for like, what is awesome, what is terrible, what is mediocre, how would you make these better, and talk to each other about these things as a class. Kind of try to make a checklist of like good, bad things to check for. So basically applying what you learned in the reading to real life examples. In these groups, if you have extra time while other groups are finishing up, you can like go over homework together and give each other feedback. After that, we'll do a Q&A for the week. Hopefully between everything up to this point, you won't have any more questions, but if you do, we'll resolve them. We'll do our quiz. Each week you will have a quiz on that week's content. They are worth 25 points each. And then after that, so hopefully you've gotten feedback on your homework, you've gotten a question answered, you took a quiz, and so if you had any fundamental misunderstandings, you'll have that feedback already. So based on all that, you can do further edits to your homework if needed, and then you'll turn it in. Yeah, and so so your homework won't be due before class, it'll be due after the class. So I'll give you time to do any revisions to the homework as needed. So that will be the basic weekly cadence of the classes. Anything else that you need for the syllabus? As usual, and same expectations as last quarter for those of you who are with me. I don't require people to have video on during the big class meetings. I know there's a lot of reasons why you don't want to have videos on, whether it's for privacy, because you have kids running around in the background or whatever's going on. So you don't have to. I do appreciate at least a few people, because talking to like entire blacked out screen is kind of rough. So yeah, so please put your readers on if you if you feel comfortable with it, but I'm not trying to force you to do that. In the small groups, very, very encouraging people to keep their videos on when you're talking with each other, because it just makes things a lot easier. If you're doing stuff that's distracting, like eating and stuff, then yeah, cut your video off for that kind of stuff. Yeah, just don't do anything that's gonna distract from the learning experience from others, basically. But y'all are adults, so I don't foresee any issues with that. But yeah, the rest of the syllabus is pretty standard. So again, if you have any accessibility stuff that you need me to address, make sure you talk to me ASAP about that. The first week you should, if you don't already have Tableau on your computer, you should go ahead and try to download that. And yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, also this additional optional reading, because I don't have enough on here. But this is a really good data visualization book, beautiful visualizations. So yeah, so I didn't want to assign another one on top of it all, but that's another nice one to look at if you can. All right, that's it.